Fernando, how do you think you played today?
Didn't play well. I think we're at a point in fall camp where this is scrimmage number 2, practice number 15, that we already have a lot of familiarity with the defense as well as the defense with the offense. So playing someone 15 times gets a little repetitive, but it's always great to see leaders such on the team such as David Reese, Jack Endries, TJ Session, all bringing the juice. Although it's practice 15 and we kind of know what to expect from one another from our schemes and our identities, it's really great to see those leaders go out there and bring some juice.
You were happy with the way you played?
Yes, I was happy with the way I played. I think I could always be better. Some throws I wish I had back, but I thought I did good on some of the new install stuff we had, such as the end of game, end of half. And at the end of the day, I just really had a lot of fun out there.
You and Chandler seem incredibly even out there through 15 practices. What's it going to take to separate from each other?
Yeah, that's a great question, and that's a question that I wish I knew the answer to. And I think it's just who can consistently drive the team down the field, score, and not turn the ball over. That's the essence of quarterback play, and we all trust Coach Gilbert, Coach Blesh, Coach Wilcox. They've been around a lot of football, and I really trust them with the decision. But all I can do is control the controllables and make sure that I drive the team down the field and secure the ball.
What have you liked about the subtle differences between the offense last year and this year?
Yeah, I would say I like this offense a lot better than last year, and I know that's kind of a cookie cutter answer where of course I would say that, but the deep package we have in, the run plays we have in, and really the detail within the coaching and detail with the installation of the concepts rather than individual plays, it really makes it fluid for the entire offense and really helps us install a lot of new plays at a faster rate. Such as if we have a mesh concept that we had this year, we're able to install out of 3, 4, 5 different formations, whereas last year we had a different play name for each different formation. So, I mean, that just speaks to the fluidity of Coach Blesh being back, Coach AT, Coach Toller, and all his other coaches from the offensive side being back, and Coach Affel being back, and all those great coaches coming back and being able to improve the system we had last year.
Does it also speak to the fact that the quarterback room is more experienced now?
Yes.
You guys can handle more?
Yes. To put it blatantly, last year I was a redshirt freshman, fresh off a scout team. No playing experience. And in this scrimmage, second scrimmage last year, I remember I only got 2 drives with the 3s. So, I mean, there's a huge jump from last year to this year, especially with experience in quarterbacks. And we have CJ Harris, who's played a ton at Ohio. We've had Chandler, who you guys already know has a repertoire playing, and myself, who played here last year. So I would say the experience and trust of the quarterbacks has really helped expand the offense. It's going to put us in a great position for August 31st.
The receivers always talk about Coach Blesh saying, throw the damn ball deep, or some other word for throwing it deep. Yeah. Is that kind of music to your ears, and is it great to have a bunch of receivers who can go and get it deep?
Yeah, it's music to my ears. We have a ton of receivers. I would be here for an hour naming all the receivers because I trust every one of them in the receiver room to go man-to-man, take it deep, and win. But that's also complemented by the great offensive line play we have and running game we have. It complements each other, such as in basketball. If you have a great paint game, you're going to be able to dish it out for the 3. Same way as in football, if you have a great run game, you're going to be able to play action it and throw it deep. So that's something that our offense really think is complementing each other at this stage and really soaring at this point.
Coach talked about small details kind of being the important part of getting the ball in the end zone a little bit more. How do you kind of see that playing out? What do you see being some keys to be more productive and getting the ball in the end zone?
Especially in college football at a Power 4 level, the margins are so small. And I think some of the details, such as ball placement, a ball from the right shoulder placement to the left shoulder placement could be the difference between a deflection and a touchdown. So there's a ton of other checks that we've gone over in the details of 0 checks and just checks of different looks, but also the detail of still having that good tempo because we're a tempo-based offense. Some of those details and others that I don't want to give out because, you know, we got my guy, Coach Plow, and the Aggies the 31st, but details such as those are the ones that make and break football teams.
What did you see on your touchdown throw? How'd that one play out today?
Yeah, that play was great. We were in a 3-by-1 set, saw the 0 rotation, the string get pulled, so we had a scat protection slid to the right, so I told the running back to just go block to the left to seal the edge, gave some depth, and I knew I had my guy Tron Grizel on the rail route, which is a man beater, so I make sure to get some depth, give him some air so he can make the play, and that's like we're talking about. It's great having receivers like that where man-on-man, 0, Because when defense runs zero, they're basically testing you. Hey, go deep. Either throw it deep or throw it quick. We don't think you can do that on our DBs. So to have explosive receivers such as Tron and all the other ones, it's really fortunate in a quarterback standpoint to be able to drop back, give some depth, and throw it high to the landmark. Not knowing if he's going to get there, but having that trust in him that he's going to get there and get that ball.
How big an advantage is it for you, confidence-wise, coming in with 7 starts under your belt versus being thrown in mid-season unexpectedly?
Yeah, as we watched the Oregon State game the other day with the tight ends, and the first couple throws I had, I was so nervous. I was like, I want to do this right. This could be my only chance. And then having the repetition and seeing that preparation and seeing myself have success in that offense gave me confidence. And so now having a successful year last year, going into a successful spring, successful camp this year, it's given me all the confidence. As when I go out there at the 31st, I know that I'll have confidence playing the Aggies because I've played so many other teams here at the Cal's turf.
Quarterbacks always talk about how they need the game to slow down for them to execute properly. Do you see it slower, a lot slower for you this year than you did last year?
Yes, I've seen it a lot slower than I have last year, and I think even though we brought in a lot of speed, it's started to slow down, and that's great. And it's a testament to the great coaching that Coach Gilbert, Coach Blesh, and all the other offensive coaches have had on myself and other quarterbacks.
You grew up in a lot of heat. I take it
Yeah.
2 days in Sacramento doesn't have you worried?
No. Yeah, the heat in Miami, when I went back to Miami for 4th of July break, it was brutal, but it was something I've been used to. And although I wear a towel here in Berkeley, I never really use it. In Miami, playing quarterback, it's like throwing in the rain at all times because you're sweating and you can't really control your sweat, and everybody's sweating because you play all your games at 3 o'clock and it's humid out there. So the Sacramento's not a huge concern to me, but I think it's a good opportunity rather than a concern.
Reese has kind of been leading the charge during practice with kind of bringing the energy. Has it been helpful to have kind of a different type of feel to having the defense kind of chirping at you guys quite a bit?
Yeah, I think that it's like a boxing match. First couple of practices we got after them, then they got back at us. And practice like 8, 9, 10 and last scrimmage we got after them, and then now they got back at us. So it's always good to have that competition and energy, especially in day 15. So that's always great to have. And Reese is a fantastic leader, and he's going to have a great career past Cal. So I mean, I'm very fortunate to have him as another leader on the team, and he's been great for our defense and a spark plug of mentality that, hey, no matter if it's the Aggies, San Diego State, Auburn, Florida State, whoever we go out there against, no one can mess with us, and we're going to get them.
Sounds like the team's adopted his ooh-ee.
Yeah, so it was great having Chancellor Lyons at the end. He broke us down on ooh-ee,
Nice.
Which is a catchphrase. It doesn't have a ton of meaning behind it, but it brings energy, and it's like, okay, we're about to go, or ooh-ee. So it really rolls nice off the tongue, and it's great to have that energy there, and especially see our new Chancellor Lyons, adopt that. It just speaks testament to the culture we have here around Cal and Berkeley.
Did the Chancellor have anything interesting to say?
Yeah, I mean, he said that he was a football fan, which gives a lot of confidence in the players, having the backing from the Chancellor, as he's the head man. Whatever he says is the final go. So for him to say that he's a football fan and that he's always loved Cal football and that he supports us is a big testament to what he's going to do this university and how fortunate we feel as a team.
That's
when
unique
did
for
he
Cal.
talk to you guys?
He talked to us after we broke out, like when Teddy broke us out and Go Bears, we took a knee, and then he talked to us for about a minute, but it was very great for him to come out here, and we're all very fortunate, as I said.
All right,
Thank you guys.
That's
Thanks, Fernando.